having been brought up, told, you know, you're... And then out here, so and we're used to a police force that gets DEI trained to the point where they will arrest a white guy who's being shanked. Vietnam, Vietnam, Vietnam. You know, they're so patriotic. They're so homogeneous. Compared to where we're at in the West, this is the way. Absolutely loving your own country, only accepting foreigners if they contribute, getting rid of them the minute they piss you off, not having any Africans, not having any Muslims. It's 9 in the morning. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining because this is Vietnam and it's their country, and of course, they're doing their thing. I'm just relaying my experience as an expat trying to live peacefully in the forest in Vietnam. But this is the other thing, like, it's not consistent. You know, like, this speaker will come on and you think, oh, that's me fucked. And it goes off after 5 minutes. I mean, is that it? Is it off now? I don't know. No, it's not off. So, I spoke to the landlord of this place yesterday at quite length, and we had quite a chat, and you know, I'm saying, I totally get that you're building and, you know, you've got a business. But is there just any way that the building work cannot commence between like 8 and 10 in the morning? Because he only seems to do 2 or 3 hours a day, so why does it have to be at 8 in the morning? Anyway, they kind of acknowledged that. 7:45 this morning, someone mentioned it in the comments on the last video actually, there's a tool out here. You know, like a tile cutter. It's the most excruciating noise. You've heard it in my videos. Now, of course, everything is tiled in Asia. So this noise is just so prevalent in Asia. And it just cuts through your whole nervous system. It's awful. It's like this grinding noise. But he was doing that at 7:45 this morning. So I assumed it was these guys, because I was just like, I don't think I could even process the anger that my own people, not my own people, but the people I have a relationship with that I'm paying rent to are doing that to me. So I assumed it was these guys, tried to block it out, tried to do my whole in and out of sleep thing before I had to face the fact that, oh my God, I've got to face another day of being human on this, well, what seems to be a stupid flat plane, but it's so stupid people think it's a spinning fucking hurtling rock and we're all upside down. But anyway, let's not get too lost on that. But this is what I mean, you know, having to face the day, every day, like just around such stupidity and such indoctrination, it's really frustrating. Anyway, so I can't take it anymore. Grind. All right, fine. I'm getting up. I'm going to project my anger over there. In fact, I wouldn't even be angry because they're nothing to do with me. They don't owe me anything. But I get out of my bedroom door and I hear the noises coming from that way. And honestly, he did it for about 20 minutes. So it's like 9:30 now. And I haven't heard it since I gave up and got out of bed. Like, it stopped as soon as I got out of bed. It's just so frustrating. But once you're awake and you can't go back to that lovely space, that lovely dream world. Oh, so much better than this. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just fucking pissed off. Now, I don't know how much I shared yesterday about the new place and the potential dilemma, but so I wanted to move in today. I've paid until 12 o'clock to be here today. And there's 12, they're saying I need to stay in here till Monday and then move into that flat. And then have this builder underneath me every single morning. Like, not happening. Now they want to charge me 12 quid a day to be here, and which is obviously really cheap for something this standard. And that price is based on the fact that I'm renting that flat in a month. It would be a lot. It's 700 a day. If I just rent for a day, it's 700. So I've got to play that game. I've got to keep that game going. So ideally, I would move out of here today before 12 o'clock and move into my new place. But the landlord said last night of a new place that he thinks he's got some bookings coming up in 2 weeks. So I was like, okay, well, can I stay in the homestay when those bookings happen? Because he also owns a homestay. So I'm sort of waiting back and all that. So ideally, I'll just move out today. If not, it's going to be difficult to just pay for one more day here without exposing the fact that I'm not staying here longer and then having to pay twice as much. So I think either way, I think today is a Friday. So that's the other thing. They told me that yesterday, people were moving into that house. But they told me this ages ago. When I first rented this, they said I could rent it till 5th of June because it's rented from there. So I'm kind of expecting people to turn up in the house on the other side of that wall today, which will just make this unbearable. So then I'll be pissed off that I paid to be here for 3 days when I've got somewhere else. But I also don't want to pay fucking 24 quid a day to be here, because then I really will get pissed off with the noise. So basically, I've texted Violet and I've said, has the landlord got back to you about those dates? I really just want to move in there today. But then I'm so scared because that house seems amazing, but they've all seemed amazing. And then there's always, you know, like who would have thought when you moved in here that building there was a fucking dog kennels? Like, you know, and who would have thought that that's a massive police? I don't even know what it is. It's I think it's too big to be a police station. I think it's like some sort of training centre, some sort of headquarters. I think they might even live there. I'm not sure. But like, who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Alright, let's see if Violet's message back. Morning, so I put, hello, did the landlord get back to you about the dates? Morning, Thomas. He said he will let me know about the homestay near the house if there is no one booked yet. Okay, very good, thank you. I have paid on the house I'm in until today. So ideally, I'd actually really liked, I know this is, you know, probably not possible. Yeah, it's only 3 hours away. But really, I'd like to move out of here today at 12 o'clock and move in there. So I don't know if it's possible to get this sorted this morning. If it's not possible, I understand. I'm just asking just in case. Because if not today, I'm probably going to have to pay for 3 days here. Otherwise, they'll charge me more if they don't think that I'm staying here long term. They've told me, basically, they've said, so on Monday they think I'm moving into this flat, but there's building work around it. I'm not, and I have said, you know, I don't think I can. But if I tell them that now, they'll charge me twice as much on this house today. So I either want to move out today or probably rent this for another 3 days. But I don't really want to rent this for another 3 days because it is noisy. Like that police station has been noisy this morning. Like I'd really like to just move in there today. So let me know if any of that is possible. Thank you for your help, Violet.
Yes, I will try to find out all the information with the landlord this morning, and I'm gonna call you back ASAP. The landlord, he told me that he has a place, very nice place in the area for you to stay temporarily for 2 weeks. He said he's busy to making the breakfast for his guests right now. He will let us know in 1 hour. But he has a place for you to stay. I just wait for him. The pictures of the place you stay in 2 weeks and the price. In case if that's too expensive, do you think that would you like to stay with me and Alex in our villa homestay for 2 weeks? Because we have a very good price and we can let you stay with us for 2 weeks. We can make the discount for you since you are my tenant. My guest and also my customer. How do you think?
So that's really confusing. If I'm paying £600 a month, why would I have to pay for the 2 weeks in the homestay? I just don't get that. Hey Violet, that's good news on the whole. I'm confused as to why I would have to pay for the homestay if I'm already paying rent. I don't understand that. To be honest, Violet, I'm just done with hotels. I can't do it anymore. Like, I can't be around people. I just can't stand. If I even hear somebody in the corridor, it makes me fucking angry. Like, I'm done with it. I'm just in a place where I want to respect myself enough to spend enough money so I don't have to hear people. So hotels, apartments, I just can't do them anymore. I have to be in a house. But yeah, let me know. I'm confused as to why, if I'm prepared to move out of the house but I'm still paying rent, why I would then get charged rent to move into the house that he's putting me in. I don't understand that. Thank you.
We need to clarify the information if you start to sign a contract today, or just stay in that place and then pay, and then you start the contract after 2 weeks with the new house. We just need to know about that. Yeah, I can ask him, why don't we just sign a contract, and you can stay in that house for 2 weeks, then you move to the house you've been yesterday. Yes, that's the point. I will talk to him after he replied me back. He said after he finished the breakfast with his guests in the homestay, and he will let me know. I can ask about that too. I just talked to him. He said that on the 18th of June, you can move into the house. And he offered that you can stay in this homestay for temporarily. And he asked the price of this place in 900,000 per day, included breakfast. He said that he cannot combine two places together for the rent because this place right now is the summer, so he can sell it with 900,000 per day. And you can pay this for 13 days plus the deposit. The rent for the house you can pay on the day you move to the house. How do you think?
So, presumably he wouldn't still charge me rent on the house. Obviously, I'm not going to pay rent on two places. I'm not sure. I'm not sure I would want to spend 900,000 a day, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, so that's on the 18th. So that's quite a long time away. So I could move in today, pay 2 weeks rent, and then move out, and then move back in and start paying rent again, maybe. But yeah, let me just think. But what I definitely won't do is pay rent on the house and pay rent on a hotel. Like, obviously, I assume he's acknowledging that he would stop charging me rent when I'm not in the house in that case.
The meaning is the rent of the house will start on 18. The contract days start to count on 18, not on today. Today you have to pay for the homestay, so you don't have to pay for the house.
Okay, I'm very confused. So I thought I was moving into the house today, and then on the 18th I'd move into the homestay. But maybe I've misunderstood.
Yeah, you misunderstood, because the house will not be available until 18. So he only calculate on the contract on 18.
Okay, sorry, my fault. Makes total sense. I will just stay here until the 18th then, and I'll move in there on the 18th. Simple.
If you want to stay right today, then you can stay in the homestay, 900,000 per night, included breakfast. That's what I mean.
Okay, I think we got there. I just need to remember how amazing this is. Like, okay, the fact that he starts work at 8 in the morning. I will text again today, now that I know I'm staying for 2 weeks. I'll text again today saying, I totally understand you have a project, and there's some days where you're going to have to start at 8 in the morning. But if you can start at 10 in the morning, I'd really appreciate it. Which I don't think is unreasonable, because they only do 3 hours work a day, so why they have to do it from 7:30 to 10:30, and why they can't do it from 10 to 1? These guys work for this complex, and it seems to me, again, I'm not running this place, maybe I'm projecting, but it seems to me that they're kind of looking for things to do. Even though there's loads to do, but I don't think they have, you know, the money. Well, they've told me they don't have the money to do, you know, finish their houses yet. So yeah, that's it. I mean, I can so cope with this. Yes, it's not ideal. Yes, I wouldn't choose to live next to it for 10 years, but you know, this is amazing. I've just got to think back to where I was, like when I was in that wooden house and those awful flats. Like this is amazing. I'm so blessed to be living here. Okay, so 3 more days in this beautiful house, hopefully with no one next door. They did originally say when I took this house on that it was booked from today onwards, but yeah, we'll see. Let's go and have a look at the flat that I'll be moving in. So 3 days in there, then 11 days in here. I played a blinder because, you know, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm right clever, me. Proper clever. Just shut me, son. So I've told, so I'm obviously absolutely moving here out of here in 2 weeks, no matter what. Because I've got that place in 2 weeks' time, that amazing place we saw yesterday. But I've told them that, so they gave me a daily price of 21 quid, a weekly price of 12 quid a day, and a monthly price of like 11 quid a day. So I've done the weekly price, obviously, and it works perfectly, because it's literally 2 weeks from today that I'm moving into our place. Like, At first I thought I was going to end up paying for an extra day here, and I was like, well, that's still obviously way cheaper than paying 21 a day, and I was just going to do that. But it's like literally aligns perfectly. So rather than saying to them, I'm moving out in 2 weeks, so I'll pay you 2 weeks rent, I've said, I'll pay 2 weeks to assess it and see how it is. And I've also said, you know, I acknowledge that you have a big project and this might not be possible, but oh, it is nice. It's so light. I've said, you know, if you can make it and manage it so that the building work doesn't start before 10 a.m, then I'll stay longer. And she's messaged me back saying, I told the staff to do that yesterday. And I said, well, this morning they were noisier than ever, so they're not following your instructions. So she said, okay, so I think it's going to be pretty peaceful and pretty pleasant here for 2 weeks. Now, the question is, because, I mean, I don't even have a living room here, so I'm paying the same price as I am for that house, but the reason I've got that house, you know, it's not the right price for that house. I'm paying for one room in that house. I just demanded that no one else moves in. So I haven't got a living room. The bedroom and what the fuck? See what I mean by like just infantilized? Like what are these babyish stickers? There's been no children up here. There's just been men working. There's been the women staff as well, but I doubt it. And how does that end up on there? It's like honestly, it's amazing. It's amazing how infantilized the world is. So suddenly my bedroom, there's no that is like straight onto the dogs and the police station. Whereas before my bedroom was like behind my living room. So I think it's going to be not great. Having said that, it's gorgeous. I've got a fireplace, got this outside area. I mean, really what they need to do is put some sort of sofa there. And like this could be your living room because the mosquitoes aren't too bad out here. But yeah, this is going to be for 11 days. This is going to be my home. Really, I mean, obviously I just love that it's bright. I accept it's going to be a bit noisy. But you know, by Vietnam standards, this is great. And then, as in noise, I mean, like, it's always noisy. And I don't know if you can see, but kitchen, bathroom, little table. It's lovely, it's lovely. It's going to be great for 11 days, very happy. But this is what's happened every day. It's just so bizarre. Builder turns up at 7:30 in the morning, makes loads of noise, probably only for about half an hour, maybe an hour, and then fucks off. He's always gone by 10 a.m. And then he usually comes back about 2 a.m. and just sits under there and makes a bit more noise / watches fucking shorts on his phone. And it's like, if that's your work day, why are you doing the noisy bit? It just makes no sense. It makes no sense at all. It's just fucking bizarre. Like, why? Anyway, I've expressed it. It's done. Come on. So it's died again. It's died again. I know exactly what's happening here. This is exactly how God, the universe, teaches you. So I could go like, so this is a nightmare. Every day I go through this, like this. I get to the point where I feel like the phone is died and is never going to switch on again, and then suddenly it switches on, and I go through this whole process every day, this stress every day, using this shit piece of phone. You know, I'm a professional YouTuber, and I don't say that with any like, I'm a professional YouTuber. I say that as like, fuck me, Tom. Like, this is how you make money, and you're not even prepared to buy yourself a decent phone. Now, that's not true. I am prepared to buy myself a decent phone. The part of me, if you've been watching, that we know there's a phone that's 60 quid that would take away all these problems. But the price should be 40. They're charging 60 in a shop in this small city in Vietnam. But if I was online, the global market, it should be £40. So I don't want to buy it. I don't want to get scammed. So instead I keep going on, living this fucking pain, this fucking stress, this fucking rigmarole, because I don't want to get overcharged. It's not scammed, it's overcharged by £20. And it's not even overcharged from his perspective. He's making a living and there's a surcharge because you're in a tiny town in Vietnam. It's just what it is. But I would rather go through this every day than just go and fucking buy that fucking phone. So I know eventually, and I think it's now, this is never going to switch on again. Because the universe is going to force me to feel that part that I'm avoiding. That part that is more interested in 20 quid than peace. Because 20 quid is irrelevant to me. And what I also know, that I've learned and lent in enough on this journey of self-observation, what people call spiritual journey, to know that it just gets, you get it all back tenfold. This 20 quid, not only would I not notice it, even if it did never come back, it will come back tenfold. I just have to surrender. But instead, I won't surrender, and I'll be like, 20 quid. And I'll spend days feeling the emotion and the resistance of that, and the lack of flow in that, the distortion in that, rather than just doing it and just being like, that 20 quid is, I can't wait to get to a point, and that's what this lesson is, and that's why it's going to happen, and that's why that's never going to switch on again, is because I need to learn to value peace over money, and to just be like, it's an extra 20 quid, but it's going to bring me so much peace, great deal. Rather than it's like, using words like scam, like, it's just fucking shadow, it's all bullshit. Anyway, so I think today we're going to go and buy a phone, because I cannot fucking live like this. I just can't fucking live like this, man. But even saying that, I can already hear the part of me that's going, but you could order it online and get it cheaper and just wait a week. Like, that's one video. 20 quid is one video. It's about what I earn off a video. So, like, if this stops me from releasing a video today, which currently it will, because I've got none ready, then it's paid for itself. It's just switched on. It's just unbelievable. So I suppose the sensible thing to do would be to order one online today. But if I do that, it will stop working before that other one comes. I'll have to go and buy one anyway. And then it will really expose the ego, because the ego tried to control it, spent less money online, but ended up spending the money twice. Honestly, man, I love how this universe talks to me, but at the same time, you fucker. I have the cash, money for you. I know how much you like it.
I will go Saigon this afternoon.
Pardon?
I will come back to Ho Chi Minh this afternoon.
Oh, okay, cool. I wasn't expecting to see you. I thought you were there now.
Yeah, we have a homestay over there as well.
Oh, I see. Very different.
Yeah, it's very recommended by Lonely Planet.
Oh, wow. Well
Yes,
done. That's
yes.
congratulations. That's a big deal.
Just the 2026. I will
Good work.
send you a link.
Cool.
And you see.
I will never come to Ho Chi Minh. Never,
Oh,
ever,
really?
ever.
It's a very quiet villa.
I hate Ho Chi Minh. I hate cities. I hate all cities.
No, but in our area, very quiet.
Right. But why would I ever leave Dalat? There's 6 million there.
Yes.
You
so-
can give me change later, no problem.
Okay.
I think it's 5.88. But anyway, you can work it out. It's fine.
I have.
There's no big deal. I have no towels. If someone could. Whoa!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
There goes the bike. I just sat on it like a fucking retard, while it's angled like this, and I sit on that side. Oh, guess what's gonna happen, me Ted? Fucking hell. 1,020. Yeah, that's too much. 120,000. 120,000. Hey, I have 100,000. I give you 100,000.
Yes.
Oh yeah, towels. I haven't got any towels. If I could get towels.
Just a moment.
Yeah. No rush. No problem.
No, I can give you. You can take
Okay,
now.
cool.
Mai ơi.
Right, let's pick this bastard up. She's got a flower she wants to show me. She's just shown me a picture of a special flower she's put in my flat that she wants me to look after very carefully.
This one I will give to you.
No way! Ah, you're so
one.
kind!
This one. You see. Try.
Taste?
Yes. Smell.
Mint?
Yes.
Mmm.
For the tea.
Mmm.
So you take care of that and you have every day.
Perfect.
Okay?
Thank you.
I
You're like
will-
my mother in Vietnam. You have mother energy,
Oh, okay.
which when you live in foreign country, it's very nice to find.
My beautiful stuff will grow more for you here. This kind of mint.
Right.
Every day
Amazing.
I drink that with the warm water.
Yes.
Very good for health.
you. Very good
Yes.
for you. I just want to say your staff are so. I know you already know this. You don't need me to tell you, but I'm not complaining about your staff.
I know.
Your staff are very good.
Yes.
Very, very good.
Yes, I know.
I just tell you what I need if I live here a long time.
I don't have many stuff, but I choose one.
Oh,
by
you
one.
do. They're great. They're great. Especially the one that's always. You know which one?
Yeah, this one.
Yeah,
Beautiful
giggler. The Giggler.
Tôi rất là quý cái cô mà hay cười.
Alright, thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
The Giggler.
Cười đi.
Wow, I really am actually retarded. Can you see the wetness and the drips? So that whole interaction there, I just left my bike on the ground, facing downwards. So the petrol bit, you know, is at an angle like this. And guess what happens? I get within 3 meters of my flopped over bike. And what can I smell? Petrol. And yes, it's leaked everywhere. So I've poisoned the grass with petrol. And well, I was going to say I've lost half a tank of petrol, but actually, in honesty, that's £1.50. If that, it's probably more like £1. It really doesn't matter, does it? But there's the whole, you know, just putting petrol on natural ground isn't great. Anyway, it's happened now. I'm going to get over it rather than shaming myself. But I'm also going to acknowledge what a retard I am. Because I think that makes it easier to watch my content if you can see that I too, just like you, am retarded. I love how I don't even have to order here anymore. So this is close to my house. I come here every morning for my natural Red Bull. And oh, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? It's heartbreaking. I can't stand it. You know, it's really interesting because over messages, her and her daughter have been really cold with me the last few days. You know, you can just tell they hate. Well, it's so weird because in person they're so lovely and so understanding. But over text, they're like really cold and sharp, and I kind of felt like our relationship was over, which obviously made it easier to lie, essentially. Well, it's not lying. I mean, they gave me a weekly price, and I've said, yeah, I'll take it for 2 weeks. But I have also said, with a view to long term. You know, the people pleaser in me after that interaction doesn't want to leave. Like, wants to, like, you know, oh, I've grown all these flowers for you, and here's mint, and like, oh, mum, oh. You know, and feels bad, but I've kind of, well, I've told a lie. I feel bad, and I feel bad, but I'm going to leave after 2 weeks, but they have actually been very cold with me the last few days, and also it just doesn't work. I don't want to live in a small apartment. I want to live in a big house. I want to pay more money. And they won't rent one of these houses to me because to them they're worth £2 a month. And when I say these houses, I mean the whole house. I'm not doing this semi-detached bollocks. No, fuck that. So I have to move on. But that interaction just makes me feel, yeah, it's just for people pleaser being activated. It's the part of me that doesn't want to let anyone down or upset anyone. But, you know, again, it's the paradox of life, because it's true to say that I'm just numbers to them, I'm just money to them, like they really don't give a fuck. But then at the same time, she's growing me mint. I mean, of course she's not growing me mint, of course she was growing it anyway and she's just giving it to me. But it's gorgeous, And, you know, she's made a flower display in there, which she says again is for me, and like, yeah, again, that's a half truth. Like, yes, it is for me, but also she'd do it for anyone. But there's definitely a love that emanates from that woman. I don't mean to me, I just mean to life and to the people that she serves. And well, it's like I was just speaking about this on my other channel today, like, you know, that is what serving others is. Like, there has to be service to self as well. Like, it has to be balanced, and she's got it perfectly. Like, she's building an empire for her family. They're going to be extremely well off for generations to come because of what she's done. But she's also, you know, she almost makes me feel like her son. But then I'll get a text message off her and I'll be like, oh my god, you're a bitch and you hate me. It's so weird. It's so interesting, isn't it? This people-pleasing part of ourselves. So there's part of me that feels bad, but I've told this white lie. But actually, thinking about it, the only reason I've told that white lie is so she shows me some respect. So she doesn't have the builder drilling at 7:30 in the morning right underneath my apartment. So that they do try and manage the staff from shouting around my apartment. You know, that's the only reason I've done it, just to get a modicum of respect from the normies. And by respect, I mean respecting silence, like honouring silence, because normies just don't even have this comprehension, especially, like, you know, in this side of the world. So, you know, like, but yeah, I will still feel bad. I'll still feel, oh, like I'm not being completely honest with her and I'm kind of manipulating the situation. It feels horrible. But if I don't do that, they treat me like shit and give me no respect. Because sadly, that's all normies know is manipulation, and all they know is like how, you know, they only know how to be nice so they can gain. You know, there's no service to others in these people. However, there is, that, you know, again, it's paradoxical because the mum does have that energy. But while she holds that energy, her modus operandi is still service to self. Which I'm not criticising because that is totally normal. But then when I come from a service to others place and feel bad for being slightly distorted with the truth, you know, it's a completely unfair and irrational comparison because she's not coming from service to others. So this is why you always get fucked over. Always get fucked over. Just like the white man is now getting fucked over because they were the only ones that were taught racism. So they were taught equality and a liberal paradigm, and then we mixed everyone, but they hadn't been taught the equality and liberal paradigm bit. They still fucking just hated. And we're seeing that now. We're seeing that now with like, hey brother, how are you? Stab, 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 stab. I think they might have finished. I recorded it on my other phone from my other channel, but I can't be asked to find that bit and edit it out. But basically, the most incredible thing has just been going on. Like, you know, as much as I speak into my irritation around noise, I love how Vietnamese these people are, and like just how unapologetic they are for their culture and their way. Like, you know, it's so alien to an Englishman, like having been brought up, told, you know, you're. Yeah, but you're awful. Your ancestors were awful. Your ancestors went around the world providing infrastructure and law to people, and that gets misconstrued as, you know, this awful fucking past, which I think was probably 20% bad, 80% good. Now, obviously, that's complicated by the fact that the small hats have worked through England, and so have the reptiles, and that all law is, you know, actually just control. Like, yeah, there's loads of different ways of looking at it, but we're talking about like just from that mainstream pleb level where colonialism bad nonsense. So that's what we're used to. And then out here, and we're used to a police force that gets DEI trained to the point where they will arrest a white guy who's being shanked. And then out here, so that's a police training. Well, I don't know what it is, but it's something to do with the police. I can only imagine it's like a massive police headquarters / training centre. I hear this all the time. They do it 3 times a day, I think. And basically what I hear, obviously I don't know the word they're saying, but basically the energy I hear is Vietnam, Vietnam, Vietnam. You know, they're so patriotic. They're so homogenistic. They're so collective. And like, yeah, sure, like anything, there's going to be pros and cons to that. But like, compared to where we're at in the West, this is the way. Absolutely loving your own country, only accepting foreigners if they contribute, getting rid of them the minute they piss you off, not having any Africans, not having any Muslims, like choosing the people that will respect your country enough. Because let's be honest, no foreigner, like any foreigner, like we see all these videos now of all these bioweapons that we've let in, and people go up to the ones that have enough cognitive ability to speak and say, if there was a war tomorrow between England and Russia, would you fight to England? And they literally just laugh at you. Like, no, of course not. I'm not English. And rightfully so. Like, would I fight for Vietnam? No. But I'd be more inclined to fight for Vietnam than I would England. Because if I was fighting for England, I'd be fighting for globalists. And just as he's actually just passed away, hasn't he? That guy that was on, was it This Morning or one of those stupid indoctrination shows where they asked him about, you know, one of the last World War II survivors. And they asked him, you know, I can't even remember what they asked him, but basically he just said, you know, what I fought for, it's just been a massive slap in the face because now we've let all these bioweapons in. So I think I was making a point around, you know, even the guys that fought in the World War and they thought they were fighting for England, they weren't fighting for England because they were fighting to stop England speaking German. And instead now we speak Punjab. I know which I'd prefer. Vietnam, Vietnam, Vietnam.